Hey guys, welcome back. If you watched my large stone sorting video, you'll recognize these guys. These are the ones that I'd saved because they were too large to fit in a tumbler, but now that I've made my own PVC barrels, I'm going to just tumble them up anyway, the size they are. And I'm going to be redoing that video. You can see kind of into the bottom of that. I've had some experiences with these barrels since I've made them, and yeah, I'm just going to redo them, and when I do, I'm going to make a new video and show you how to do it right without making the mistakes I made. But yeah, until then, let me just get some water in the bottom of these so I'm not dropping the rocks straight in there. Provide a little cushion for the impact of the stone. Okay. And then I'm just going to start throwing them in there. I'm going to try to fit the bigger ones in this barrel here because it's the bigger of the barrels. I think this one will handle 4 pounds of stone without any problem. Yep. They're going to be pretty, that's for sure. Oh, I'm not going to tumble that lapis with this group. That one gets its own special little treatment. Yep, looks like there's a bigger one there too, yep. It's going to be a loud barrel, that's for sure. Ooh, that one's going to be so pretty. Alright. As I've already said 100 times, that's my favorite stone. Alright. And gosh, I don't know if those are crystal or not. Hold on, I'm going to have to get a piece of metal and scratch that and see if I can get a groove in it. Let me see if I can find a piece of metal around here. Ah, this will do. Like that will do just fine. If I'm able to scratch it, I know it's... Alright, no groove, so that's a nice hard stone. Again, no groove, so that makes it harder than 6 on the Mohs scale. Harder than 6. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling pretty confident those won't disappear on me. That one looks like an agate. Let's not scratch the cut side. Yep. Alright. Not to say that's the best way of testing because they say to use a knife. I have a weird feeling that's amber. No, we're good. I think I'll get them all to fit. Not comfortably, but they'll fit. Alright, there you go. They all fit into 2 barrels. So, let's get this out of the way. Got the sound of the vibratory tumbler in the background, and I've got a major thunderstorm rolling in that I want to get back into the house before that hits, and I get soaked on the way into the house, but there we are. Now to just fill it with some water. Yep, just above the stones like it would be in a normal barrel. Same thing over here. Won't take much water. There we go. Oh, a little too much water. Not a big deal. All it really does is cushion the impact. So I'm gonna leave it, and then I believe for this one I put 4 tablespoons of grit in, and even though this is larger than a 5 pound or a standard rubber barrel, I'm still gonna put 3 tablespoons in. It's kind of funny, but these bigger PVC barrels, they really don't take much more grit than regular barrels, and actually given the poundage of the stones, actually saves some grit. There we are. Sounds like I didn't make it into the house before the rain started. Darn it. It's gonna get a little soggy is all. It'll be fine. And there you go. I'll see you in a week. Okay, here we are at the end of end of 1 week already. Stage 1. Let's see what we got. Erg. Besides slurry. We got plenty of slurry. Well, so far so good. They're looking alright. Give them a quick little rinse here. A lot of little chips in there. Get expected. Okay. That could use another roll in stage 1 for sure. But they're starting to come out pretty cool. That one could go either way. I'd say another roll in stage 1 though. Get rid of those few little blemishes. Ooh, nice and smooth. That one is definitely moving on to stage 2. I'll get a bucket and start sorting these things. That one is definitely moving on to stage 2. Ooh. Yeah. Those holes, I don't know if they're going to go away, but you can run them again in stage 1. Definitely stage 1 again. Alright, start filling the barrel. Getting ready again for stage 1. Okay. Because clearly there's going to be enough for another batch. And I haven't even opened the second barrel yet, so... yeah, it's just a vesicular basalt. I don't know if that's doing it any good, tumbling in something that large. This looks like it's getting pretty beat up. Not vesicular. Amygdaloidal basalt. Well, maybe I'll just end up with pieces. I don't know. You'll find out. There we go. That one's good to go. Well, a little hole there, but... I haven't been recording these all the way throughout, so I'm afraid this is a little interrupted, but I just finished the burner cycle of stage 3, obviously in the rotary tumbler, for these large randoms that I had laying around. Usually I've always stayed away from tumbling something of this size. Sorry, I probably couldn't hear me there. I've stayed away from tumbling rocks of this size in the Vibratory because I was afraid it would jam. I thought it was the size of the rocks that jammed the tumbler, because like I said in my guide on this thing, that, you know, this thing has a tendency, the Mini Sonic has a tendency to jam, but you know, I'm tumbling this big old honker and it is tumbling up. They're rolling just pretty as can be in there. There just hasn't been a single hang up. I haven't had a single, even anything that even remotely looked like a jam. And these things are coming out so pretty. I mean, for Lake Michigan rocks, that's most, not obviously that's not Lake Michigan, but for most of these came out of Lake Michigan, so I mean, I am not gonna argue, or at least around the West Michigan area. They are coming out really pretty. And maybe not so much, but you know, just like kind of a garbage rock. Looks like granite on the beach, but tumbling up nice and pretty. So yeah, there's that piece. I had another one of those come out earlier. You'll see it at the end, but yeah, these don't tumble up that great. They aren't taking a great shine. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get a good shine on there, or if it's even worth my time, but we'll tumble in with the rest, that's for sure. So yeah, time to get the media back in there and get these things back on. Alright, so I'm joined with my wife to show you guys what I've been doing with these tumbles. I haven't really recorded it very well, but I went both routes with these stones. I went a rotary tumble, which is over here, and then I went a vibratory tumble over here. And I went initially with the rotary tumble because I wanted to, I was afraid I was going to have a jamming issue with the Mini Sonic, and so I went that route, but I think you can already see that the vibratory tumble polished came out way shinier than the rotary.
Yeah, that was the first thing I was going to say.
Yeah. I was totally surprised on the difference in these, but these are by far the biggest stones I've ever polished.
Yeah, if you even look at the difference between the same stone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point.
That looks like ice.
Yeah. So
that's the vibratory and that's the
rotary, yeah. Yeah, definitely try to get light on them at the same time. And yeah, I mean, they came out kind of the same. Yeah. I don't know if that's in the stone or if it's in the polish.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be in the stone because they look equally shiny. They don't have the pitting like.
Yeah.
Like, I think if we had thrown this one in the Vibratory, it would not have gotten that. I mean, it's hard to say. That might also be in the stone itself, those little pockets. But I think it would have gotten a little better shine in a Vibratory.
Would it have knocked this down?
No, that would have. I would have had to shove that back into stage 1 for a long time.
That's kind of cool with those lines, though.
Yeah.
Add some character.
Yeah, that, and I would have had to tumble it for a really long time and tumble it down to almost nothing to get rid of those. But I had an amygdaloidal basalt come through, and you can see why it's called a galaxy stone now. I mean, that is really cool. I do love polishing those. I know a lot of people don't because you get like that mica's undercut there, and you get, it doesn't get a perfect polish, but you still get a cool galaxy effect, and it still looks pretty and shines up nice.
Now, how did this one not destroy everything else?
This is by far the biggest stone I have ever tumbled, and we picked this up. I don't think I showed rolling this into the tumbler at all, but we picked this up over in Rogers City, Kenneth and I, while we were kayaking, and I pulled this up, and I thought I would, first I thought cutting into cabs, those would make really cool cabs, but then I brought it home, and I was like, I really didn't want to destroy it. So yeah, tumbling this was a 3-pound barrel, was pretty much dedicated to this, and then I tumbled little stuff in with it. So like this stuff around it, and then a bunch of media, and that's how I got tumbled. And you can see the little sparkles in there, and that is a really cool stone. I love that stone. That I'm gonna keep that one for sure. I love this one. But probably. Oh yeah, and then
bit of pudding.
Yeah, then the pudding stone didn't take a great shine either. Yeah, it was kind of a bummer. I would have expected a pudding stone to come out a little better, but at the same time, it's not the full quartz. It feels almost more like calcite that it's in. Ooh, and then a cool unikite came through. I like this guy too. He was fun. You could see him in that video last week of me sorting. That one stood out prominently and took a good shine.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Same thing. You can see that stone in that video too. I think I even made a comment about this stone being so pretty. Yeah, it took a great shine. This quartz just came out fantastic. Yeah, that one's gorgeous. I love that one. Oh, another piece of quartz. Now you see why I pick up the quartz on the beach. They're not the most spectacular stones, but a lot of people pass them up. But I love the way they polish up.
I love quartz.
They're easy to polish. And then there's this guy. The back, I decided not to let it roll in stage 1 to get rid of that little crack in there, but because this side was looking great, and I figured that was the side I would probably be showing anyway. All those variations of colors and funness.
Lots of lines in that one.
Oh yeah, that's the actual shape of the stone. I thought at first when I was pulling it out of the tumblers that I had tried to cab this or slab it, but when I looked back at the video from last week, this stone was actually this shape to begin with. So yeah, it took a great shine too. And then, oh, here's another little pudding stone with that same stuff. So you can see how the two different polishing methods got the stones 2 different colors.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool.
What's that? This looks like just a really basic stone or basic rock.
I think you're right. I think it's called mudstone. It's pretty much.
But it's cool with those stripes.
Yeah. And it took a great shine again. That Vibratory, that Mini Sonic, I mean, I didn't turn it down this time. Usually I turn it down to a really slow speed to tumble these to allow for the soft minerals, but I was in a rush and I let these things run at high speed for 2 days, and they still took that great polish. Really happy with how they turned out.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, more quartz. Never pass that stuff up. And we are about to leave on vacation for the UP. We are back for at least a week by the time you see this. So we'll be showing you what we got from up there and our rock hounding, I'm sure, and everything else. And we'll have all kinds of new specimens. Hopefully some like this. This has that mossy look that looks really cool. And I don't know if it's just plain epidote or what through there, but it's fun. Another piece of unikite-ish stone. Yeah, I know in the video I threatened to turn, last week's video, I threatened to turn some of these into rings and what have you, but I know I didn't with some of them. I did the other one though. I did that one. That was in that initial batch of large stones. Yeah, anything else in there that's cool? Catching your eye?
What is this?
Yeah.
It's just like white.
Yeah.
But there's like a little bit of a sparkle.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I almost think it's calcite, but the way it turned out, I don't know. I have no idea what the mineral is. Oh, that one took a break, huh? It tumbled, but oh, and then there's this guy. I think it's just a piece of basalt with some lines through it. But yeah, so
Cool.
yeah, it was a fun tumble. I thought for sure this stone would jam up in that tumbler, but they just rolled smooth as can be. They were just happy to roll and kept going right down through that mini Sonic. These ones were in 2 different 3-pound barrels. I think it was sorted kind of like that. I mean, obviously the big one chewed up most of the space in the other. But yeah, that's 2 3-pound barrels as opposed to 1 4-pound vibratory barrel. And you can definitely see a shine difference. So yeah, don't be afraid to tumble those big rocks. I've been holding off on these for a long time. I've been afraid to tumble them because I thought the tumblers wouldn't handle it, or they jam, or they break each other. And there's definitely some bruising. I mean, I would attribute some of that to bruising, especially, the quartzes will pick up little cracks through it from smashing each other in the rotary. But I would definitely go back, and I might take this one back and, the other one here, and run that through the vibratory again when I get other stones out there. See if I can get a good shine on them. So, yeah.
Cool.
Fun little project. Don't be afraid to pick up and tumble those big stones. And thanks for watching. And we will see you after we get back. And we'll have a lot more adventures to share. Till next time. Bye.